My mama told me when I was young, are you a real man? Not exactly the Lady Gaga version I needed. Growing up as the eldest son already came with pressure, but having to be the first to confront my parents about my sexuality and then having to educate them about the difference between gender roles and sexual orientation, that was a whole other level. There was this constant pressure, the pressure to prove that I was worthy of love, the pressure to keep my place in the family, the pressure of conditional acceptance. I kept trying to convince them that I was born this way. Meanwhile, my mother's voice echoed in my mind. But are you a real man? And that kind of message doesn't disappear. It turned into internalized homophobia. I remember telling myself things like, well, at least I'm not trans. At least I'm not a lesbian. And at least I'm not a drag queen. I was feeding into the same conditions that hurt me just to protect my own sense of self. So I would hear, don't be a drag, just be a queen on the radio. But inside, I felt I needed to prove to my parents that I was a king, a man, respectable enough to stay in the family, acceptable enough to be loved. I remember my father correcting the way that I spoke with my hands growing up as a child. And I remember my mother trying to set me up with my cousins to fix something they didn't understand. They saw it as something that I didn't, long before I said that I was gay. And they just couldn't accept it. And if this is your story too, I want you to hear this clearly. You are whole. You are enough. Your gender expression, your orientation, your personality, your softness, your strength, your culture, none of it makes you less. You don't need to earn love by shrinking who you are. And if you want support as you move towards self acceptance and rebuilding after family rejection, I'm here. You were born this way. Thank you, Lady Gaga. And thank you for being here. Take care.